Oh, going in. Oh yeah, here we go. That's one down. Oh, here we go. That's two down. We're about to get a third down. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Yep, Carrier runs way back. We're gonna go straight for him. I think Guinevere is gonna go up and finish him off. Another slow. Boom, he goes down too. Hey, what's going on? It's Xwass again, and this time I'm bringing you a replay commentary of a game that I played with a 5-stack last night, and it was a lot of fun. The enemy was, what's the word? Very good. It was a very evenly skilled match, and we got our butts handed to us a little bit at the beginning, but we had an amazing comeback and amazing teamwork. So we'd like to share that with you today, and let's get right into it. So I left my marksman to go take care of red buff by himself because I saw that they were invading top of blue buff for Harith, and I didn't want to get in the middle of it right away. That's why I hugged the tower, and now here I am at the tower again, trying to push the creeps off of it, because especially early game, if you lose too much health in your towers, it makes it really difficult to control the map later on. So after I was happy with pushing the lane up a little bit, I went back bottom to defend Granger and help him farm. And the 5-stack that I'm playing with is my buddy Justin that I've shouted out before, and Godlife, who used to be in the ops squad, and 2 other people that we just kind of play with. And they're extremely talented players and really calm most of the time, but aren't we all? So super fun to play with. So here we are, just helping Granger do some standard farming things. I was playing a little bit safe around the Sylvana, because her stun under tower, if she's good at it, can really outposition you and make it difficult to get those early kills. And let's see what else has been going on this match. The Aurora on their team was extremely talented, and we backed up a little here because Aurora hadn't come yet, but as soon as she had disappeared on the minimap, we should have probably backed away from the crab and expected her to come bottom. Granted, we got some good harass on the Sylvana and the Grok, but ultimately they got a better trade, and they almost end up killing Granger here. And the reason that I run Revitalize on my Tigreal is, in this game especially, I saw that they had a lot of physical attack, and granted it takes away from my ult a little bit. Like if I had Flicker instead, I could more easily position my ult, but that early survivability has already come in handy twice where my teammates haven't had to leave lane, and where they've been able to survive also as a result. And here we tried to group up and make something happen mid, because all 4 of them were mid. So I jumped in a little bit too soon there, but we ended up getting, I think, 1 kill, a 1-for-1 or a 1-for-3 trade, which was not advantageous for us. But at least they left Granger alone to free farm for now. A big thing that helped us win this game was allowing our Granger to get that space to farm up pretty rapidly, and just trying to hold off the enemy in the meantime. Now here I'm deciding to go top lane because I saw that their carry was already behind on farm, and I figured that if we could kill him again while our marksman farms, granted he just died there, but if we could get a pick off on carry here and delay his farm even further, it would just help us in the long run. And here I have a pretty big wasted ulti, but thankfully my teammates come in pretty quickly behind me to rally, and we end up getting the turtle as a result of that. And then we rotate mid, and Granger respawns and takes red buff, and then I believe keeps farming bottom. And at this point I'm so far forward because I wanted to get vision on the enemies, and I knew Kaja wasn't there. So I wanted to get vision on the enemies, that way my team would have a little bit more of an idea of where they were during the fight. And here this was pretty sloppy on my part, but they also ganked really effectively. Like they were a good team. We had been playing 5-stacks all night, and this is the first one that was really evenly matched, and yeah, they played really well, and they were really good sports, which is always a plus. So yeah, that like I said, that Aurora was just ridiculously powerful. But thankfully our Estes, she is very, very good at responding. Even though she died there and he died there. Like I said, it was a really rough start, and it ended up being like a 20-minute game. But it was yeah, it was just very much fun to play. And then I totally missed that, and I decided not to ult there because I don't believe that it goes through Grok's charging ability, so I just held off on that. And I am not the best Tigra player by a long shot, but my buddies and I were just wanting to do the Lightborn flex because we all really like those skins. And there is a couple points in here that you'll see my face on the camera getting quite upset or laughing quite a bit, because there's a couple times that I made some egregious misplays, and I don't know if this is one of them. This is probably a wasted ulti, but I think I end up living here. No, I do not. Yeah, there's an upset face covering the eyes and everything. It's pretty brutal. Hopefully I move the camera around so we can observe the rest of the map. There we go. Middle lane, pushing, killed Grok and Slyvana, which is good. And currently they are one tower ahead of us, which isn't a huge deficit, but I believe we're about 2,000 gold behind at this point. And this is when I start trying to make better use of my signals and my pings, and it ends up getting us a couple good ganks that really start turning this game around. And I believe this is right around when Granger starts picking up with us as well. And once again, I should have delayed on my ult until I was probably about there to have gotten at least 2 or 3 in there. But that was another sloppy team fight by us. But thankfully, Granger continuing to farm. Yeah, good enemies, I was telling him. And yeah, this one we had a little discussion about if Granger should continue to farm or try to help us. And then this is my terrible ability to type. Yep. I'm not even gonna, I'll translate. We need to kill the Eudora once is what I meant to go for there, even though it looks like elite speak more than anything. So here we go. This is where Granger finally joins us, and we get some good kills off here. I go in, do first skill, second skill, ultimate, and then finish off my second skill. We get 1 pick off on the Slyvana first, and then I believe that we go forward and we continue to pick off Kaja. Alright, then Grok comes in from the back, he spins. I do not escape, neither does Estus, neither does Guinevere, but both our mage and our marksman escape from the fight, having a 2 for 3 trade, which gave us a net gain because we lost 2 supports and a fighter, and they lost a fighter and a they lost 2 fighters, and their net worth is higher than us, so that netted us higher because our mage and our marksman both got the gold off of those. So I'd say that is the definitive point where the game started to turn around, and we started playing a lot more like a team. I decided not to go in and help Guinevere there because I didn't think there was much I could do, even though Estus was close. But now that Estus is in there, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit Slyvana with the second skill, then I'm going to hold off ultimate until I get closer to Kaja, I believe. I see that they Shadow Mask, so I back up. I saw that Estus was far forward, so I step forward, I ultimate on Kaja right about here, thinking, nope, right about here. Yeah, so if I ultimated a second earlier, that would have been better, because I would have had a better grouping, and I saw that Granger and Estus were both coming up. Now Carry jumping in on the Harith, and Harith beating the crap out of them. I believe that they do not get the kill here, but yep, nope, Guinevere goes up and gets the kill, comes back down, tries to fight Aurora and Kaja. Granger coming in from the side, going for Kaja down. Yeah, it was all around really good for us. Still 10 to 21, and we have only 1 turret to their 4 turrets, so we still have a lot of effort to do to win this game. But now you can see that the Estus, myself, and the Granger are starting to move more as a unit, which really starts swinging the power in this game. The power curve. Alright. Now here we go, going in on the Slyvana again. The reason that I keep initiating on the Slyvana is because her stun and her ultimate will completely knock down the marksman if she can manage to get him off on the Granger. And we're going to clash here because we see that Estus pops ult, so I'm going to go in, use my first skill, second skill, ult on only Grok, which is okay because we just had one catch, takes him out of the fight. Sylvana goes down next, and then Kaja ults me, thankfully, instead of Marksman. And I see that carry's out of position, so I'm going to go up, I'm going to stun him, I'm going to slow him, and then behind me, Guinevere comes in, big ult on the remaining 4 people. And behind that, Granger with the big backup. Guinevere is killed by carry, but our team should be able to push because they're really low on health, and we have good positioning. Harith goes down. I guess we'll never know what happened because of the chat bar, but that's okay. That's okay. This game is game. Yeah, one of my teammates was getting a little bit down on himself, Justin, because yeah, he was a little bit greedy there, but it was a really difficult game, so there's not much that we could have done. This is where I play a little defensively, even though my Guinevere is forward there. Oh no, never mind, that was carry. I play defensively here just to keep. So fun. Oh yeah, I was super excited that that we were recording ET Dubs. Smile face. Yeah, I was super excited that I decided to record this one, and the team that we played, they were competitors, and it's always fun to have a high skilled game where you play well, they play well. Granted, I don't play that well because Tigreal's not my greatest tank, but I did what I could. We see that Sylvana is way out of position here, and Granger gets all 3 of his shots off on the ult, and then I ult on Sylvana and Kaja. Kaja goes down, Harith goes down. Carry going back to the Estes. Estes will escape, and Guinevere and I chase down Carry, stunned out. Aurora coming in from the side, but she only has 1 bar up on her charge, so I'm going to chase Aurora down, and I'm just going to keep smacking her, and I believe Guinevere comes up. Yep, ults Carry's down. As soon as Grok's, I waited to use my second skill until Grok's charge, his first skill, went away, that way I could see him, and you can see how happy my face is there. I was so excited about that fight. We played that extremely well, and I was, yeah, those were supposed to be exclamation marks, but they ended up being little circles. Yeah, that's about when we started really taking control of this game. I could have done better on the initiation there and the setup, but they were also too deep. Just the Sylvana and the Kaja. They didn't have a chance to get any of us out of position, so we took advantage of that. Especially the Granger hitting all 3 shots on his ultimate was a big deal. And I was trying to signal my team to come here. And they didn't listen at first, but I think we get a pick off on carry, and I at least get to steal his farm, which always makes me happy. They got a pick off on. Okay, they had a 1-for-1 trade, 1-for-2 trade, 1-for-3 trade. I come in from the back, and I don't think that I make anything happen. Nope, Guinevere's gonna come in from behind, and nope, she's not. No, I think I'm just gonna die in vain. No, Guinevere's coming though. Maybe. I don't remember what happens here. Okay, so. That was a 3-for-4 trade. Harith said sorry. I think, yeah, I said we just need to stick together. Because we can definitely win these fights. Part of that could have been on me because I wanted to take Lord while we had that advantage. But we didn't end up grouping there, and they ended up engaging and getting a pick off, but then losing 3 themselves for it. Guinevere, big ult here, takes down Carry solo, 1v4. Almost takes down Grok. Harith comes in from the back. Ultimate. Grok goes down. Now they're going to chase out the Sylvana. And Harith takes down Grok. And then Harith comes up with Guinevere. And that was a 3-for-0 pickoff with a great initiation from Guinevere. Taking off a 1v4 pickoff was amazing. Oh yeah, this is guilty pleasure time. Oh, look at it. And then I think I even yet zoom the camera on. Fish lens, let's go. Granted, that was probably, if I was playing super seriously, I wouldn't have done that, but I can't help it. I love those statues so much. I'm trying to get the team to group up. They were adamant about going there, though. I'm not sure why. Harith, now he's coming. Guinevere coming, and Granger coming. I think I wanted us to push lane and then go gank their jungle, but we'll see if that works out or if we even end up doing that at all. Here. It looks like I'm going in pretty deep. My team is far away from me, so maybe that was a bad initiation, but Estes coming in from the back. Looking for a good spot to insert himself. Harith around here. Don't know why I revitalized there. That was just kind of a weird scenario. They didn't know where we were, and we knew that they were there, so we didn't engage. But it looks like now we're gonna go on Kaja so he doesn't pull out our marksman. Big ult on Kaja, then we're gonna go for Slyvana, same thing to protect the marksman. Good ult from Estes. Grok went way too deep to try to counter initiate, but we ended up getting him, and I believe we end up going bottom next. Guinevere in base, trying to look for that Aurora. Harith going super deep, getting Slyvana. Lord taking out tier 2 tower. I dive in with Lord mistakenly because I thought I had more health, and I was trying to help the Lord push. We end up losing a couple people here, but we end up taking 2 towers, or 3 towers off of that Lord push, and we end up getting 3 kills as well, 3 for 2 trade. I believe that we back here, and they do an extremely good job at defending, and yeah, just a really good team to play against. The only reason that we won is because we were better at sticking together, and our initiations were better, especially with the Estes. They did not counter build Estes, so that gave us a huge edge in these fights. And we see them maybe being a little bit too aggressive here, because there's only 3 of them in their base, well 4 of them now, but it's really easy to defend the high ground. So oh yeah, GG WellP all. The enemy team was super nice on the after battle screen. I believe they said, like, you know, good game, and they really had fun. So I hope they see this and know that, you know, there's good sportsmanship in esports sometimes, but rarely. Let's see. Yeah, I believe we're trying to end it here. I don't remember what happened, so I'll try to commentate best I can. We have Estes and Granger bottom, and Kaja definitely looking for a catch. He gets a catch out on Estes. Estes goes down. So it's just Granger, Harith, and myself in the base. No, sorry. It's just Granger and me and myself in the base. So we're going to have to back out here because we can't take them 3v5 unless they make a huge mistake. But they're sticking together pretty well, as they should be. The time is currently 12:42. I was up pretty late last night playing and recording with these guys. Or playing with them, but just recording the one match. And let's see, where do we go next? Oh yeah, I was trying to have Guinevere come to us along with Harith, because honestly at this point, if we group and get one pick off, if they try to push in base or out of their base, we can come in from the back and just destroy, you know, the rest of the team. I see that Grok is a lot out of position here. I decided not to initiate on him because Kaja is going to be a much higher priority target, Kaja or carry, due to the fact that Kaja can out-position a marksman. So I go in, I ultimate Kaja, Guinevere sees what I'm doing, she comes in, follows up, gets Kaja down. Thankfully carry was focusing on me, but I have AG, so I'm back up. And carry almost goes down, so he has to go back to base to regenerate. Harith dies somewhere in that fight. Estes is now coming in from the back, he's going to throw heals on me. I see... Oh, I want us to do Lord. I don't remember if we do Lord or not. Okay, I remember what happens. So we have a 2-for-1 trade, which is not good for us. And I am trying to tell the marksman to go Lord, and I'm going to hold them off. A good trick that you can do, if the enemy is used to you going in for your entire team, so instead of following the Grok here, what I do is I go for the rest of the team. And you see how carry ran straight back even though his Grok was running ahead? That's because somewhere he was conditioned that when he sees me, my team's right behind me, because that's about how we were playing the whole time. So instead of me chasing Grok, showing them that we were taking Lord, instead of chasing Grok, showing them that we were doing Lord, I go straight for the carry and the Aurora, who, you know, they're the higher damage dealers, so they're going to be able to steal Lord, and they also get frightened for my counter initiation. And yeah, alright, so let's see what's going on down here. Alright, we have Estes in the front, a lot of typing. I'm gonna say something for YouTube. Yeah, these guys have been super cool and super supportive, especially Justin. Him and I actually met in Grandmaster, just playing the game, and we made it all the way to Mythic together. Just not like every game together, but like around the same time frame, and super cool dude to play with. And I think that I say forget pushing bottom because we have Lord coming up the middle, I believe, and yeah, he's right there. He does drop, but it puts them out of position, and their Grok's at about half health. So I'm going to try to go in and initiate right on the Kaja like I have been. That way he can't do anything to our marksman. So I see Kaja, I whiff that, but I believe it's okay. I see that I'm about to die, so I get a desperation ult off, which gives Harith a little bit of space to come in, get Grok down. Harith goes down, which is unfortunate, but Carry jumps way too far forward, and that allows our Granger and our Guinevere to take him out. Now, Kaja almost dead, his Aegis is popped. We have creeps on the base, only 2 of them left alive. Guinevere, super good player, goes in, finishes off the Kaja, and at this point we just poke down the Ancient until we win, or the base. I guess it's not Dota, but yeah, it was a super fun game to play, and I'll have a blooper reel at the end of this one too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Later. And as always, GLHF.